Something's got to give here. Adam Shield enters Game 3 with a league record 3 consecutive shutouts, 185 minutes of scoreless net minding. Well, 3 minutes into this one, finally gives way to Brett McKenzie. The Walleye have a goal, the good fish is thrown on the ice, and it starts cascading. Second period, Ty Pelton-Bice. Second power play goal for Idaho in the frame. It's 4-1. They can't go down like this. They won't. 70 seconds later, give it up to Gordy Green. Gorgeous deflection off Kirill to Taev's stick. So there's still life. 4-2 going to the third. You put pucks on net. Good things finally start to happen. Drew Warad with help from Keenan and Hensick. It's 4-3. The momentum is shifting under 7 minutes to go. Shields on his heels. Gordy Green, no. Leaves it out there for Tatayev. It's 4-4, and there's more. 2:31 to go. What's a game this season without a goal from Brandon Hawkins? He said after the game they need to have the memory of goldfish. Don't forget this comeback. 5-4. The Walleye lasso in the Steelheads, and we have got ourselves a series.
I think just being resilient. I think just sticking with it. Obviously, giving up a couple PK goals there kind of, made us realize this is tough. That's a really, really good Idaho team down the hall. We got to make sure that we don't give up. We got to keep going here. And just, again, that resiliency and our guys believe in each other. Had a couple guys have to go down the hallway for injuries and just, that next man up mentality.
A big win at home tonight. We sent it out to Matt Melzak and Kendall Lindenkugel. There is belief, isn't there?
All right, thanks out here at the Huntington Center. Kendall, what a comeback tonight for the Toledo Walleye. I mean, you're down in this series. You're down 2-0. Idaho races out to a 4-1 lead in the second period, and, you're thinking to yourself, man, we have been outscored now 10-1 in this series. And then something happened. Toledo was able to turn and flip the script tonight.
Right. The Walleye attacked first. They got the first goal of the game, and Idaho was able to answer right away and then add another one on top of it. And I feel like that kind of reversed the momentum a little bit. The Steelheads were able to get in 2 more towards the second period. When the third period begun, it just was a snowball effect. We had a goal pretty early in the third period, and it just kept going and going and going. The Walleye figured out how to get past Adam Shield, and they used that to their advantage.
Yeah, they did. And you talked about on the broadcast, it was getting to the net, wasn't it?
Every single puck. It had to be the net. Players had to be the net. The pucks had to be to the net. But that was the main key, was having the players in front of the net. The Walleye figured that out, and they were able to put multiple forwards in front of Adam Shield to be able to screen him and go in for those flash little tips into the net, and that's what scored a majority of the goals for the Walleye tonight.
Yeah, you look at the way they came back tonight. It was getting to the front of the net. It was tips. It was rebounds. It was screens. It was everything. All their goals coming net front tonight.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what the Walleye needed. That's what we talked about in the pregame show, and that's even what Coach Dan Watson talked about in the locker room during the pregame, that it was those kinds of little things. And as I mentioned earlier in the pregame show, it was a mental game for the Walleye, and it was to be able to get into Adam Shield's head and for the Walleye to be able to stay in their own heads to keep that momentum going, especially from coming from a 3-goal deficit to start the third period.
Yeah, quite a turnaround for the Toledo Walleye tonight, and they're right back in this series. Almost halfway through this game, we thought, oh, man, this is going to be, it might be a cakewalk here for Idaho. But no, Toledo said, hey, we are in this series. We can win this series. And they found out that they can get through Idaho, at least for a game tonight, which they did. Now they'll look forward to Friday night right here at the Huntington Center. And we also know we'll have a game on Saturday as well for the Western Conference Finals right here at the Huntington Center. That's a story from here in downtown Toledo.